The members of the 32nd Guam legislature swore in today. The leadership will remain the same. Speaker Judi gave the inaugural address. She focused on the importance of good communication. She said that in her family, communication was king, and she likened GovGuam to a family.
I still believe that we are a family. Though at times we may seem like a semi-dysfunctional family, we're still family and no family is perfect. So to the newly elected senators, welcome to the family. We've got a lot of problems to work out, and surviving as a member of this family will not be easy. You will experience sibling rivalry, and you may get hurt along the way. But remember that no matter what happens in this house, we only move forward when we move together.
A good portion of her speech was aimed at improving the relationship between the legislative and executive branches, and more specifically, between herself and Governor Eddie Calvo.
Being an effective communicator is understanding that a good conversation goes two ways, and so I acknowledge my role in this situation, and I am determined to remedy it. I believe that the only way for us to do this is by repairing the lines of communication. So Governor Calvo, this is your sister asking if we can put our sibling rivalry aside and talk.
The speaker urged the governor and all the island's leaders to keep the lines of communication open and to listen to each other's ideas in order to solve the many challenges that face the island. The newcomers to the Guam legislature say they are ready to face these challenges.
Well, I know that going in is going to be a challenge. There's a lot of unpopular decisions that are going to need to be made, but I'm looking forward to working with my colleagues, working on pushing the platform that got me elected, which is focusing on economic growth, reducing government spending, and political reform.
Some new senators, like Republican Brant McCreadie, have already hit the ground running with proposed legislation in hand.
My first bill is called the Predator Prevention Act, and it's a strong message to send that if you're a sexual predator or a rapist, you're going to have to serve 100% of your sentence, and the second offense, life in prison without parole.
Republican Tommy Morrison has introduced two bills. Bill number 4 would create the Office of Technology under the Department of Administration, and Bill 5 would permanently transfer the old F.Q. Sanchez Elementary School in Umatic to the mayor of Umatic.
To hopefully or possibly develop these youth center after school programs and revive them. And of course for other community programs or senior programs for our Manangku, but ultimately we would like to allow that community the full control of that facility.
The 32nd Guam legislature has 3 new Republican faces, but also 1 new Democrat in Mike Nicolas.
I'm very excited to be working with the team. We have a really good mix of talented and experienced incumbents and energized and excited young candidates and new candidates as well. So I think it's going to be a really good team, and I think everyone's coming in with the right heart, and we're going to be able to do a lot for the people of Guam.
It wasn't only the newcomers who introduced bills. In fact, Speaker Judi has introduced the first bill of the 32nd Guam legislature. Bill number 1 would authorize the purchase of electronic surveillance and security systems for Guam's public schools to help deter and catch vandalism and theft. Senator Aline Yamashita introduced the second bill of the 32nd Guam legislature. Bill number 2 would set senatorial term limits to 2 consecutive terms, but senators would instead serve for 4-year terms. There are some claims that this measure may be inorganic because the Organic Act requires legislative elections be held every 2 years. However, in an email response to PNC, Senator Yamashita says that it would be good to hold a public hearing and see what the community thinks. She stated, quote, "We've amended the Organic Act before, and if this is important to the community, then we can address it," end quote.